Hey everyone, and welcome back to a really important video, I feel. I'm gonna kind of not set this up as I'm not a bleeding heart or anything, but this is definitely a server that I have spent way too much time on. This is a cinema server in Gmod called YukiTheater. Uh, really just very important to me, especially at the beginning of like 2020-ish. Spent a lot of time here. A bunch of different people, some of my friends. Me and my cousin used to frequent this and watch YouTube videos and exchange music and all this other kind of stuff. So it's very important for me, especially, and to a lot of people. This has a ton of history to it. They actually recently just celebrated their 13th anniversary, so it's got some longevity here. And I just kind of wanted to walk around and show you some stuff. So we started here at the front of the theater, and we're just gonna go in and we'll kind of show you around. We'll just do a quick little tour. Got a bunch of cool stuff in here. Servers changed quite a bit from when I first started. I heard that this is actually a little bit more like the way it used to look back on the really old server that I was actually not even on, but they've added a lot of stuff. One of the cool things is you can go to any of these rooms and you can request media, you can watch YouTube videos, you can watch movies, they hold movie nights, all this other kind of cool stuff. And as you can see, the vibes are immaculate. But it's just this classic, I don't know, it's got a good feeling to it. Like I said, I've spent a lot of time in here. And they do special events, and they do get-togethers and movie nights, and all that kind of good stuff. Just kind of walk you through the lobby area. Let's go to the lobby. That meme. So all these are private, and then they do have public theaters. But you can set and whitelist and blacklist. So if you wanted to have a get together with people, I think there was yeah. So here's somebody watching an analog horror Sinkhole, the complete series, which is pretty cool. You can discover new types of content or show other people stuff that you really enjoy, which really helps kind of with the whole community here that they've fostered. Again, they just have these really nice little spots that you can just kind of sit and relax. If you have your friends here with you, you can sit and talk. Just sit and talk by the digital fire. You know, what more can you ask for? I mean, like, look at that. That's crazy. A little bar area over here. The classic head crab. Each theater kind of has its own unique feel to it. We're not going to be watching any media, obviously, because this is more of a showcase. But if you enjoy it, or if this looks like it's something that's interesting to you, feel free and come here and watch your own stuff, or watch your favorite content creators, and support a really cool server. They do have monetary ways that you can support them monetarily. I will not disclose how to do that because I don't want to give out any kind of information if people don't want that. But you can come onto the server and determine if you really like it. You can donate monetarily, which is, you got to support stuff like this. Because I mean, what AAA game can you get that gives you that kind of aesthetic right there? I mean, that's awesome. The aesthetic. This is new. Even from when I was on here last. And it's kind of one of those things that this is a server that they don't add stuff unless they're eventually going to add more to it. Because it is constantly being worked on. It's development. The people they're actively developing this server, which is amazing. This is not a dead server by any means, so don't let the lack of people here right now sway you, or dissuade you, I should say, into thinking that this is a dead server. Because it's got a really good community. Some really great people here. I guess I should show you the front of this building. This is the manga shop. another spot you can just kind of sit, relax in. It's got a radio in here that you can play. I think it plays like a live stream media on it, like a radio station. This is where you can buy all your player models, cosmetics, accessories, all that kind of stuff. In the older map, you could actually click on these books and it would take you to a way that you could read like an online version of manga, which is really cool. I don't know why they took that out, but you know, obviously there's some reason. You get really cool views like this. You can just kind of sit and talk and just experience stuff with your friends. I guess this is a great place you can just kind of hang out. A bunch of different places they have for that. Sit and play some chess, that kind of good stuff. But then you get these like nice little alleyways. There are a lot of secrets to discover in this place. I'm not going to show you, so you'll have to come and kind of discover those for yourself. There's achievements for those secrets. This is one of the big additions to this new map. I guess they had a version of this on the older map that I was on, where you could rent like private cabins, but now they have decoratable apartments, which is really cool. Some zombies over here. You could even leave it right here and then just fall asleep listening to the wails of zombies. Just, you know, get some good Z's, catch some honk schnews with that. I haven't actually been in this spot. Oh, you can't get into it yet. So like I said, they're actively doing stuff. So this is going to be a new area, it looks like. Kind of like a 90s roller rink or something. That wall is sick, dude. It's so cool. That's gonna be a fun spot to explore. We'll go up into the apartments real quick, showcase that. But there's a lot of if you know, you knows. So I'll just kind of point it here, and you know, if you know, you know. So you got to come and explore this place for yourself. Hey, it's John Marston. John Marston with a DSLR camera. Go up and check out these apartments here. So these are like the private cabins, like I was telling you about. So you can come up here, rent one of these, place a screen. Oh, here's a public apartment right here. But these are all private apartments, so they have no owner. But if they do have an owner, it'll say who the owner is and if it's public or whitelisted, private, all that kind of stuff. But what's really cool is you can actually go to individual shops in here and buy accessories for your apartment. And I saw recently, I don't know the YouTube channel, but they had a contest or something for the best decorated apartment, which is that's a fun idea. I like that idea. They just have different shops that you can go to. Here's some pet shop. It's like windows and walls and partitions and all that. Accessories. Yeah, you can rent these up here at the desk, and you can rent them for certain amounts of time, and it's done through, I think, the internal credit system. Or if you have somebody else, I think you can jointly rent apartments out. Which is kind of cool. Get back in here, and we'll go back down. Get you a good view of John Marston with his Groucho Marx glasses on. He's also on fire. But yeah, like I said, this is a very special server for me. I've spent a lot of time in here. You just get these really cool views like that. We'll kind of end it up here where we first started. This is really cool. I don't know if I'll show names or anything like that, but this is a memorial to somebody from the server, an important person in the server. So that's a very nice thing that they've kept that throughout the maps that I've looked at. Oh, little event sale, but you know, it's really cool that they have stuff like this. So if you get a chance, come here and take a look at it and make sure that you know, there's a lot of heart in here. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of people who put a lot of soul into this thing. Well, we'll kind of end it right up here at the pagoda and the YukiTheater sign, and just want to thank everybody for whoever's watching this. If you liked it, if you have your own server that you really enjoyed on Gmod, or if you want me to explore some different stuff that maybe I don't even know about, send them to me in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure comment. If you didn't like the video, whatever. Just want to make sure I kind of had this documented because it is, like I said, a special server. This is the Yuki Cinema server in Gmod. So if you get a chance, come in here, experience it for yourself, and explore and try to find the secrets and get achievements and all that kind of good stuff. But just wanted to highlight this. Have a good one. Bye.